another episode of my channel, Adeline Shares. So in today's episode, I'll be touching on the differences between Msr versus Tdsr, which is known as the mortgage servicing ratio and the total debt servicing ratio. Okay, so basically these two terms were actually being introduced to prevent over-leveraging, and this is also to prevent home buyers from taking two huge home loans in which they couldn't afford. Another reason for its implementation was that back then there was no loan restrictions, and hence more investors actually purchased more properties in Singapore, and this actually resulted in the rising cost of properties. So what's the difference between these two? For mortgage servicing ratio, the amount that can go into your housing payments is only capped at 30% of your monthly income, and they do not take into account other loans that you have, such as your credit card bills, your car loans, or your other personal loans. On the other hand, for total debt servicing ratio, only a maximum of 55% of your income can go into your loan repayments, and this actually takes into account your car loans, your personal loans, and your credit card bills. So previously, it was actually capped at 60%, but due to the latest cooling measure, the percentage has been adjusted to 55%. Okay, so taking for example, if your income is $10,000, 55% will be $5,500. And if $4,000 has been used to pay off other loan repayments, then you are left with $1,500 that can go into your housing payment. Okay, so one important thing to note is that for Msr, it is only applicable for HDBs and ECs, whereas for Tdsr, it is applicable to both private and non-private properties. Okay, so the reason why an EC is being subjected to an Msr is because it is a public-private housing hybrid, and hence it is considered half private and half HDB. And the same goes for HDB purchase. If you are taking a bank loan, you are subjected to both Msr and Tdsr criteria. So moving on to a very simple case study. So taking for example, if you are planning to buy an EC and your monthly household income is $8,000 and you have a car loan of $1,000 and a credit card bill of $500, your Msr will be limited to 30% of your monthly income, which means to say that your loan eligibility will be capped at $2,400 per month. So the second criteria in which you have to fulfill will be the total debt servicing ratio. So since the Tdsr is being capped at 55% of your monthly income, this means that your total monthly repayments inclusive of your housing payment cannot exceed $4,400. In this case, will your loan actually be approved? The answer is yes, because if you add up the Msr of $2,400 for your housing payment, plus $500 of your credit card bill and $1,000 of your car loan, the total only add up to $3,900, and this is not exceeding the Tdsr limit of $4,400. Okay, so this is a very simple case study on fulfilling both Msr and Tdsr limit. So in the situation, if your monthly loan repayments happen to exceed the Tdsr, you just have to ensure that you reduce your loans for one of the areas so that you actually do not exceed the 55%. Alright, so we have now come to the end of today's episode, so hopefully all of you have managed to gain some takeaways in terms of your understanding between Msr and Tdsr, and I hope that my sharing today will be able to help you in terms of your financial calculation for your loans in the future. So see you in the next video.